Okay, the lighting might change a little bit throughout this video, and it's just because I'm filming in front of a ginormous window, and natural lighting is kind of a bitch when it comes to filming. It's very temperamental, sometimes it's very light, sometimes it's very dark. Let's roll with it, okay? So anyway, I wanted today to talk about my first trimester. So right now I'm in my second, but because you guys didn't really hear too much about how it's been in the first trimester, and that's when people generally feel the most symptoms. I have a few bullet points that I want to go through, and I was thinking it would be a really cool idea to do this for every single trimester. So in case you're not aware, there are 3 trimesters in pregnancy. I feel like it's pretty common knowledge, but just in case you were not aware of that, it's separated by 3 months, hence trimester. And so I wanted to talk about the first little portion of my pregnancy, since you guys weren't really aware that I was pregnant while I was pregnant in the first trimester. Okay, anyway, let's do this. Let's start off with symptoms. Some of it might be a little bit of TMI, so just a warning, okay? If you're not into pregnancy stuff and like real body changes, then this might not be the video for you. So, okay, the first one that I experienced right off the bat was fatigue. I was always really tired. I mean, I would take really long naps, and it wasn't like, I feel like I'm a person that's always naturally pretty tired anyway, unless it's nighttime and then I don't want to sleep at all. But during the day, I just felt so drained all the time, and I just felt like I needed to constantly be sitting down, preferably sleeping and laying. But yeah, so that was definitely the first symptom that I noticed. Another one that happened pretty early on as well was frequent urination. I wrote down here that I'd wake up to pee at least 4 times a night. And because of that, you end up having very vivid dreams because you don't really allow your body to get into the REM cycle. And so you dream a lot more, and your dreams are pretty insane. So that's another symptom as well from pregnancy. I've dreamt very heavily and very frequently through the night, and it's always really insane dreams that I'm usually not a very big fan of. But that's another weird symptom that I had no idea was related to pregnancy. The next symptom is that I had increased appetite, and this happened around the 7th to 8th week. And I feel very lucky in the sense that I never got any morning sickness. I never felt the need to throw up at all throughout any part of the day. I feel very lucky in that sense, but because I didn't get that, I feel like I got the other side of the coin, which is an increased appetite. I am usually not a person that feels very hungry. Like, I always have been the kind of person that I kind of just need to force myself to eat just because I simply forget. It's a really weird thing, and I know that people always think that I'm very crazy for being that way, but I don't know if that's common or not. But anyways, so once I got pregnant, that has changed. Okay, I feel anxious because I'm always hungry, and this is so new to me, and it freaking sucks. I absolutely hate it. It really sucks. I remember that there were like a few weeks where I literally could not stop thinking about food. Like, there was not one moment in the day that I wasn't thinking about what else I could eat. And I don't know if it was necessarily that I was just hungry, but I just always felt like I needed to be stuffing something in my mouth. And don't take that the wrong way, okay? This is no innuendo or anything. And I think because of that, I gained quite a bit of weight in the first trimester. And that really does mess with your brain a little bit, because I had never seen myself a little bit heavier. And in the first trimester, which is also listed here as a symptom, I gained, how many pounds? I gained 8 pounds. I went from 110 to 118, and that is a lot. I feel like a lot of people don't gain that much weight in the first trimester. Obviously some people do, but 8 pounds feels like a lot, and it definitely messed with my brain, because as I was saying before, that was the heaviest I had ever seen myself, and every time I gain more weight, it's just the new heaviest version of myself that I've ever seen. And I totally get that, like, I'm creating a baby and these things are gonna happen, but it's definitely weird because you feel bad for feeling bad about the fact that you're gaining weight, and then it's just like it snowballs into this huge thing. So that was another thing that happened in the first trimester, and it kind of sucked, but I feel like I'm now over it. So let's move on to the next symptom. Okay, so although I didn't get any kind of morning sickness, I didn't throw up or anything like that, I did start feeling an aversion to basically all of my healthy meals, which was really freaking annoying. Like, I was eating super healthy, and then all of a sudden, all that I was used to eating started grossing me out. I was having this like chickpea pasta with pesto and broccoli now just really grosses me out. I can't eat it. Like, it's not enough to make me want to vomit, but it still grosses me out, and I don't want anything to do with it anymore. And then another dreaded symptom that I had was acne. You know how people say that when you get pregnant, you have this beautiful pregnancy glow? Well, that's bullshit, okay? That did not happen at all. Instead, I was blessed with these spots on my cheeks, and oh man. It also really sucks because when you're pregnant, you can't really use acne medication. Well, not necessarily medication, but like topical creams and all of that. And so you just have this acne, and you kind of just have to wish for it to go away, and that really sucks. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to keep it at bay. I feel like it's gotten better now in the second trimester, but it's still not 100% normal. But yeah, that was fun. Very fun. Okay, remember how I said that some of this was gonna be a little TMI? So let me try to phrase this in the best possible way that isn't so embarrassing. So when you get pregnant, you don't use the restroom very often, okay? Like, if you're used to going once or twice a day, if you're lucky, I've never experienced that, but if you're lucky, twice a day, that's not gonna happen while you're pregnant, okay? Like, you probably won't go for days. I think my longest streak was maybe like 5 days, and then it really starts hurting your stomach, and you just really pray that it comes out eventually, and then it's just this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Anyway, yeah, constipation is a thing that happens to pregnant people. I don't know about every pregnant person, but it happened to me, and I didn't enjoy that. And then another thing, oh, this is gonna be hard. You see I was smiling and everything. So another thing that I have noticed is I have become very emotional. I feel like I'm a person that has always been pretty sensitive to begin with. Like, that's always just kind of been who I am. But I feel like it's multiplied by like 3,000 while I'm pregnant. I also did go through a lot of heartbreak while pregnant. Not in the sense that you're imagining, but like I lost, fuck. Let me try to not let this affect me, fuck. I feel it coming. Fuck. I'm gonna try to say it really fast so that I don't cry too much. I lost my cat. Shit. Wow, I went from laughing about being constipated to now crying about having lost my cat. Welcome to pregnancy. You feel so many different emotions. That happened like almost immediately after I found out. But yeah, that was really difficult. And I feel like I would have normally been really sad because I love that cat. But I definitely feel like it's been harder to get over due to me having such intense emotions all the time. I need a tissue, 1 second. Probably gonna look like a mess for the rest of this video. The moment I start crying, my nose gets really red too, so yay. As I was saying, like, being pregnant, I think, has made it a lot harder to get over. Like, I still cry about it almost every day. Like, it's bad. Also, I just lost my other pet. I just lost my other pet rabbit. Losing anything at any moment, even if you're not pregnant, sucks. But especially when you're feeling like your emotions are heightened, it just double sucks, you know? So I think that's it in terms of symptoms. Yeah, and now I'm gonna talk about cravings. Okay, let's just change the subject here. So we've all heard that pregnancy cravings is a thing, right? And like typically we hear about people saying, you know, oh, they really crave something weird, like something like pickles on top of Oreos or something like that. So luckily I have not experienced any of the weird cravings, but what I have craved a lot is anything carb related, especially bagels. I know that that's kind of random, but there was this one day in particular that I think I ate 3 or 4 bagels in one day. That's not normal. I've always liked bagels, especially with jalapeno cream cheese, but I never liked them as much as I did in the first trimester. And then I was also craving a lot of like salty food. So I normally have more of a sweet tooth. I'm the kind of person that anytime I eat something, I always want to have like a little tiny piece of chocolate or something like that. And honestly, chocolate wasn't really doing it for me anymore. I didn't really care about anything sweet, but I wanted chips. I wanted French fries. I wanted anything that was salty. And man, oh man, was it delicious. And I ate a lot of it. And I don't regret it one bit. Okay, let me see if I have anything else. I don't. So the way I was gonna do it is I was gonna do symptoms, cravings, and then weight gain. But since I already mentioned the weight gain, so again, I gained 8 pounds. Bless my poor soul. Yeah, seems like that is it. That is it for today's video. Thank you for sticking around, watching me laugh and talk about all my crazy symptoms, and for also allowing me to cry. I still can't believe the 180 turn that video took, but that's totally okay. As I was saying, this is all part of being pregnant. You experience a lot of ups and downs. And the ups you feel are very intense and the downs you feel are also very intense, and that's totally okay. Anyway, before I go, I'm gonna leave a little clip of how I looked at the end of my first trimester, just so you guys can kind of get a little bit of an understanding of how my body was doing at week, what is it? I think week 13 is the end of the first trimester, so here it is. And yes, that is a sneak peek because I am filming my body every single week to notice the differences and the changes as the weeks go by. So stay tuned for that at the very end of my pregnancy, which is only in March, so it's a long time away. But don't worry, I will make videos in between this one and March. Do let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see. Like maybe, I don't know, you guys are interested in knowing a little bit more about a certain aspect of my pregnancy or something like that. So yeah, feel free to leave all the ideas in the comments below, and I will see you later. Bye!